Gardeners in Cleveland County, areas like Moore, Norman, and Noble, have a really good resource that they can take advantage of for good gardening information. And that resource is the Cleveland County Master Gardeners. And we're here today to talk to the extension educator of Cleveland County, and that's Craig Evans. Hey, Craig.
Welcome, Steve. Good to see you again.
Thank you. Welcome to the program.
Good to be here.
So, Craig, tell me about this Master Gardener program that you guys have here in the county.
Love to, Steve. This is a wonderful program. It's an extension program that we put on here in Cleveland County that is an educational program open to anyone with a high school degree or equivalent. It's an opportunity for people to learn a lot about horticulture and all of the endeavors that go with horticulture. It's a 56-hour program that we put on. There is a fee for the course, but we give 56 hours of training, and then we get back 56 hours of volunteer time. And then those participants in the program have an opportunity to participate in our Cleveland County Master Gardener Association. Wonderful program.
All right. Well, Craig, how many Master Gardeners do you have in the program?
Well, currently in our Master Gardener Association, which is made up of past participants in the class, we have 120 people that make up that organization.
Okay.
Annually, when we put on the training program, we limit the class size to 40 individuals.
Okay.
And that number can vary between 40 and 30, but basically that's the numbers that we have in our program.
Okay, so what time of the year do you start the training program for the class each year?
We're so busy during the actual gardening season that we have to put our program on when things kind of wind down a little bit, horticulturally speaking.
Absolutely.
So consequently, we put on our training, we start in September, about the second week in September, and then we run through December.
Okay, sounds like a wonderful program. And you guys have people there to answer phone calls and any gardening questions that the people in Cleveland County might have?
Absolutely. We have some really wonderful people that are experts in their own right, and they help us out. We have anywhere from 40 calls a day and on up sometimes, and homeowners do have the resource of the Master Gardeners available to help them with those calls, and they do a wonderful job.
Okay, sounds like you guys are pretty busy.
We are a very busy county. We're a part of the Metroplex area, and consequently we have a high population of urban dwellers. And as everyone knows, urban dwellers have plants of all kinds, and consequently, gardening here in Oklahoma, we have insects, we have diseases, we have environmental stresses that affect plant material, and our Master Gardeners are real helpful in helping address some of those problems. Excellent.
Well, I'm going to take a look at this wonderful teaching garden you got here, and I think I see one of your Master Gardeners over in this area over near the fence. So thanks, Craig.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
Hi there.
Hi.
You must be Charlie.
Yep.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to our program.
Thank you.
Well, Charlie, as a Cleveland County Master Gardener, can you tell me a little bit about some of the raised beds you've got here? And I'm particularly interested in why there's a little white PVC grid laid out in these beds.
Well, the PVC pipe's my idea, but the grid, that came from Mel Bartholomew's book, Square Foot Gardening. It optimizes the growth of vegetables in a very small space, so you can maximize the amount of vegetables you get out of a small garden. The whole idea came from the idea that Cleveland County is becoming more urbanized all the time, and that the yards are getting smaller and smaller as the houses get bigger. So the yards are getting small. You have to be able to grow a lot of stuff in a small space if you're going to try to support a 3 to 5 person family. So this is one of the best ways to do that.
Okay, so you could visually see how many square feet you have in your bed.
It helps you to plan exactly what goes where.
Okay, well, these raised beds are certainly put together well. I understand these were some of the earlier beds in this teaching demonstration garden?
Yeah, we started this last year. This is a follow-on to what we did last year. These 3 beds were the only beds that we had last year.
Okay.
And we came on with these, and what you'll see as we progress through here is what we developed this year.
Okay.
We started to put some of it together last fall, but the actual beds that appear in the rest of the gardens were actually done early this year, just as the planting season was getting started. Okay. So we were a little behind schedule this year.
Well, you guys have been really busy. So why are raised beds so important in the Norman area?
Well, they give you better control. For one thing, you can dictate what kind of soil you use in it. The soil around here is usually in urban areas scraped off when the developers come in, so you have no topsoil to speak of. So you build your own. And basically all these beds are about a 60-40 mix of topsoil and compost. The compost coming from the Norman compost facility.
Okay.
We bring it in a pile you see over here.
Okay.
We screen it and then apply it.
Okay.
And mix it in with a rototiller.
Okay. Now, you mix the compost with some other soil?
Yeah, topsoil, basically.
Kind of sandy?
A sandy loam type of thing. And we
Okay.
just add the organic matter, which gives it, of course, moisture holding capability as well as nutrients for the plants.
Okay. Well, Charlie, these beds, you can certainly see they've been bermed up or raised with the addition of the soil, but
Oh yeah,
it looks
this,
a little deceiving here.
yeah, it is. You would think at first that this is only about 4 inches high with it mound in the middle, when it's not. In the pathway, it starts out actually about 4 inches lower than the bottom of this. Is what the pathway or the original ground level was. Then it slopes up to where this is sitting, about 4 inches above this, and then we build 4 inches up on that, and then even higher.
Okay.
And when we actually conditioned the soil, we went down about 2 or 3 inches below the pathway level, which gives you a planting medium of something like about 10 to 12 inches in depth.
Okay, so really deep raised bed.
Deep.
Okay.
And this garden here is even deeper, because it's about 4 inches below it up to the top, which makes it about 16 inches in depth here.
Okay.
And this is a square foot garden that's similar to what we have with the 3 big ones, but this one is one we're going to use for teaching. This is one we hope to be able to take to the local community and have them reproduce this in their own environment.
So this is sort of a model garden. What are the dimensions of this, Charlie?
On the inside is 8 feet by 8 feet. That's approximate when I say that, because each square, if you'll count across, there's 4 different rows this way. And if you go back that way, there are 8 that way, and each square is a foot. So it's 8 feet that way, and you've got 4 and 3 of these, that would make 12. So it'd be 12 feet. That's the actual area for gardening.
Okay, so Charlie, if someone in the Cleveland County area wanted to duplicate a garden like this, would they be able to get the designs?
Oh yes, I have those already drawn up. As a matter of fact, we've already done it at East Main Place, a homeless shelter area here, where we've reproduced this very garden out there. And we expect to be able to give people the actual dimensions of this thing, depth, to give you volume of the soil, so you know exactly how much soil to mix with how much compost. We can tell you how many blocks it takes, approximate cost of each block, how many poles it takes, and conduit and string and nails to hold the PVC pipe. We can give you exact amounts of what you need to reproduce this.
So the exact cost of what it'd take to build one of these?
To build one of these outside the topsoil is approximately $150.
Okay. And this is almost in a package ready to be available to someone who called the county extension office here?
In the near future.
In the near future?
We don't have it formalized as yet. I have all the notes and things. We're behind schedule this year. We have been for some time now. Our planting in this gardens, we're probably around 4 to 5 weeks late this year. So we were constructing these beds as we planted. So we don't have everything together yet, but we will have it ready in the near future.
Okay. Well, Charlie, I sure appreciate it. And thank you for showing us this test garden.
Sure.
Well, in addition to providing and maintaining this wonderful teaching and demonstration garden, the Cleveland County Master Gardeners are involved in all kinds of gardening activities throughout the county. And here to tell us a little bit about some of those activities is Jeannie Coley.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Jeannie. Jeannie is the president of the Cleveland County Master Gardeners Association. So, Jeannie, tell us a little bit about some of the things that you guys are involved with.
Well, besides this garden that we've just put out this year, we have master gardeners involved in our community. And we've been very active with, besides the Cleveland County Extension Office information, we go out into the community. We have one of our members who is newly appointed to the tree board in the city of Norman. We have other members who work on various church and civic organizations in advisory positions and also helping in their gardens. Each year also we have a spring seminar, and that's a way that we get out to the community information about horticulture topics. And we appreciate your contribution this year as being one of our speakers.
Well, you're welcome.
We tried to get the best in the state.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
So we hope to use this garden and to continue those efforts.
Okay. Your spring garden show, what time of the year do you usually put that on?
It's in March.
March?
Late February or March.
February or March?
And scheduled for March next year.
Okay. And then there's another thing, Bloom in Norman?
Oh, yes. We've been the judges of the Bloom in Norman contest, which is sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And we're hoping to continue in that effort when they're reorganized next year.
Okay, well, you guys certainly are a very busy group. Well, Jeannie, I know that you have a great love of plants. I see you in some of our other plant societies around the state, and I know you're very much involved in some of those. And this is your butterfly garden area. Can you just tell us a little bit about how this garden came about?
We're very proud of the butterfly garden. One of our members, Bud Hightree, brought this a design to our attention, and we have put it in a scale that will fit a garden in a new yard. Mm-hmm. And we have adapted the plants to fit Oklahoma and Norman climates. And we know that the pentas grow really well.
Wonderful.
And they're easy to get started.
Wonderful
and
plant.
Here we have host plants and nectar plants.
Okay.
See, we have parsley here, and we have the passion flower vine growing up on this pole.
Wonderful. So who did a lot of the work on this garden?
Well, all of our master gardeners, but Bud Hightree in particular, this has been his special project.
Okay, I love that passion vine growing up the support there. Mm-hmm. That's very decorative as well. Well, in addition to some of the things that the master gardeners are working on now, we will find out a little bit more about what's going to be happening in the future from Suzanne Gilmore. I'm here now with Cleveland County Master Gardener Suzanne Gilmore. And Suzanne, you guys have certainly been really busy with this teaching and demonstration garden. So what do you see in the future for your program?
Well, there are a group of us that have just gotten together to start talking about ideas for the future, to take it beyond the teaching garden. We have a lot of ideas. We have brainstormed, and a lot of things have come forward, and the biggest problem is trying to narrow them down.
Sure.
But we have started to look at those in 3 different categories. We definitely want to expand use of the teaching garden because it was developed to be a tool for that purpose. And so we hope to have some tours that we will be giving in the teaching garden.
Okay.
We hope to be able to use some examples, like we have some bugs out here now. We want to be able to show people what those are like.
Absolutely,
and
we all do.
And how they can control them, hopefully, or live with them, as the case may be. Beyond the gardens, we are hoping possibly to do some hands-on demonstrations that we might do at the Cleveland County Fairgrounds, at the Farmers Market. We have 2 days that's open, and there are a lot of people that come out for that. But we also hope to develop a speakers bureau.
Okay.
We have people with a variety of interests who are master gardeners. We have water gardeners, we have people who specialize in perennials, a lot of different things, and we'd like to be able to offer speakers and programs for organizations in the community.
Okay, some of those organizations may be...
It could be church groups, it could be garden clubs, possibly homeowners organizations, people who have demonstrated an interest in learning more about the proper OSU-supported methods, the research ideas on how we can handle our gardens. Okay. There's an awful lot of interest in gardening these days, as you well know.
Absolutely. And you had mentioned, I think, at one time, talking about doing some activities for children.
Yes, we'd like to start early. We know that their interest is great at that age. So we're looking at the possibility of some programs that we could work with the schools and do some presentations, work with teachers on things that they would like to have presented in the classroom, perhaps some other youth groups that we could give programs to. And as you know, we have done some combination with 4-H out here in our gardens.
Sure.
And so we think that's where we need to start, to get our knowledge and enthusiasm out. We are a service organization, and we want to be able to offer as much as we can to the community, and they need to know about the Master Gardener program in order for that to happen.
Well, absolutely. I think you guys are just a wonderful resource for the people of Cleveland County, and I certainly appreciate all the work you guys are doing here, and also just like to extend a great deal of thanks to all the other Master Gardeners here from Cleveland County who came out and joined us today. You guys are doing a really wonderful job here at your teaching garden, and again, thank you very much.